of the day even. We wanted to talk to Perks a little bit and get his thoughts on Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. Because you've definitely played it enough.
I've played it enough. I've definitely played enough to give a review.
Yeah. So. I don't even know how many hours I would be. I'm probably, like, I'm not even joking. I've probably done
100 in Treasure Shadowkeep.
More?
Possibly.
I think I've done more.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
How long's it been out for?
13 days. It's 2 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think I've done 10 days of at least 12 hours.
Wow.
Jeez.
So I wasn't joking when I said I've been to work.
Yeah,
that has took up a lot of time. But it's been good because I've had the time to put into it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, like, if you know anything about Destiny's history, like this is like a major revamp. But for me, like, it doesn't quite feel as dramatic as the Taken King for Destiny 1 or as Forsaken we had about just over a year ago now for Destiny 2. So I think in terms of revamps for the game, this is probably the least drastic we've ever had, although a lot has happened. They did say before it came out, don't expect that kind of scale again, so they did set people's expectations. And for me, I kind of sit there a little bit and say, well, why? You know, you've done it before, can you just do it again? Like, it doesn't seem like there's too much reason for that. But
I do prefer them, though, to be honest like that.
Yeah.
You know, rather than people going, it's our biggest update ever, this and that.
There's new this, new that, and
like,
no, there's not. So they did well. They tempered expectations there, and I guess whilst this is like Bungie's first we're out on our own kind of thing without Activision anymore, they're self-publishing, I don't think we're going to see in just this if they've like made it or broke it. I think it's going to be like a year down the line when the next so-called big release happens, that we actually see how well they've done or how well they haven't done.
How is the community taking it so far?
Everyone's positive. Everyone's really positive. I haven't spoke to a single person, and I've spoke to a hell of a lot in all those hours, that has said, like, I'm disillusioned, I don't like this, it's going in the wrong direction. People are pleased, and then they're happy with the content that's been provided. I think with everything, like with any live service game, you're always going to want more.
Yeah.
People will always want more. I'm the same. I don't sit here like completely satisfied with it. I know it's good, but it definitely isn't great. So there's always things for them to improve, and I feel like things will get. It's kind of like it's like a hamster wheel or something. Like, things that are crap, they come to the top, and then the things that were good become crap because they focused on the other things, and it's just like this constant rotation of like, oh, in this season that thing was good, and the next season you didn't focus on that anymore, and it became
taking time away from
and
that,
and then it comes good again. So I don't know, maybe they just need more people or something like that. But
we should probably give yourself a plug here, though, shouldn't we? Because you do Destiny 2 for, well, pay, I guess. A little bit of work, don't you?
I work with people that need things.
Yeah. So if you are a Destiny 2 player and need things, JG Perks is your man.
Yeah. If you need me, hit me up. But I'm busy with Shadowkeep right now, so I'll
be on the back burner for
now. I'll get to you. I like to hit the content hard first myself, and then
and then obviously
if people need
to help after that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, well, it seems like the community's taking it well, which is good, obviously. So do you think there's a bit of a disconnect between like the critics' reviews a bit and because some of the critics have been, I've seen a few critics been a bit harsh on Bungie, I think.
I think like
there's been some good reviews, but there's also been some ones where they're like, not good, sort of not. We wanted, expected more, but it's like, do you think the critics have been a little bit harsh?
No, not entirely, because I understand. Like, it's hard to say, like, unless you're in the game, like to the level that I am, or someone else in my shoes. It's quite hard to explain to somebody that isn't as to why something could be good or why something could be bad. But a lot of the reviews have been quite standard in the fact that they've said, it's all right. But those reviews are probably like, they'll be the guys who reviewed Destiny 2 vanilla, like on launch within 2 weeks, and then they'll have been gone because they don't need to stay and play through 2 years worth of content. And then they'll review Shadowkeep, having missed all of the in-between, and kind of just gone, it's
not very informed,
right. It's just more of the same.
Of the game,
So I don't think they're being harsh, because I understand their positions. So, like IGN, for example, they had a guy, I can't remember his surname, but it was a guy called Travis who did the IGN review. And he gave it a 7.9,
Yeah, I did see that.
And IGN basically, when they do their Fireteam chart, which is their Destiny show, they said at IGN like a 7 is a good game at IGN and an 8 is a great game with their ratings. So they've said it's like a 7.9.
Nearly great.
It's really good, but it falls down in certain areas. And I mean, you could talk for days on where things could be better.
I must admit, I never get that 0.9. Like,
Yeah,
how do you have a rating that isn't
I don't like the
7.5, so you're in between the 8 and 7?
Yeah, just give it a 7.5.
Yeah,
like,
how's it a 7.9?
I think for me it's always 0.5s. It should be 1, 1.5, 2 to going up and up.
But they basically said like it was this close.
But that's why it's 7.9, not an 8.
Yeah, so
just give it an 8, you know what I mean?
At face value, like 7.9 doesn't. You might not buy a 7.9. Like
No,
if you had like 79 out of 100 on Metacritic, people might turn off from that.
If you're sat, the marketing people at Bungie,
yeah,
and you see 7.9 or an 8, you'd probably be a bit like, really? Could you not just an 8?
Yeah,
because you'd probably think that, mate. You'd probably think that's maybe like 10,000 sales lost because of that.
Well, it's the old trick, isn't it? If you say something's like $9.99, no, it's not. It's £10. But if you see that extra digit, it's like, oh, okay then. But I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I think they've added a few new activities. One's called the Vex Offensive, which is a 6-man match made like Fireteam thing, so you don't need to use LFG for it or anything. It's okay. It's not as good as the Menagerie, which we got last season in Season of Opulence. So it's like they've gone backwards. So they've given you something new, but it's not as good as what was before, which was kind of what I talked about previously. The new raid's good. That was not a fun day one experience.
Why?
All that preparation. So, as with any serious player, like if anyone plays Destiny or a game like it, when something like that drops, you know your team going into raid day. You know your 6 Guardians.
I like how you looked at the camera because you knew us two.
Like, there's a wall here. Like they're asking the questions, but it doesn't mean anything. But like you understand even at like a concept level, the raid is the end game, and you go in and you commit a lot of life to that on day one. So yeah. Anyway, my point is like you make these teams like well in advance. People have clans, people have raid teams, and the raid launched at 6 p.m. UK time on the Saturday, so last Saturday. So I'd done all the preparation every day, like these 12-hour grinds, along with my sort of raid teammates and the rest of my fire team. And it was about 5 o'clock, so we were like an hour. We were all in the party together. And all of a sudden, 3 of them just left.
Yeah.
They didn't say anything. So we were like an hour out. We'd been the ones that like we know each other's games. We know who's going to do what roles in particular. Like we know strengths and weaknesses.
Should have called the boys.
The boys didn't own the game.
I own the game.
Look, I'm not Shadowkeep.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually,
could have come in on like power 200.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to play like right off the bat anyway.
We're here, saviours.
So
died in one.
Yeah, we just died straight away.
Yeah, so we had like less than an hour to go to find 3 people who were like. It's hard to gauge when you use LFG. People can seem really legit and then they're not. I mean, you can check people. There's like raid reports and that's a whole other thing. But like we got our team together. We were like 15 minutes late starting. So me and the 2 guys I normally raid with, like we were stressed.
Yeah.
Because we were late. We were 15 minutes behind. Like people were already figuring out the first mechanics, and it was just stressful.
I can imagine.
So we committed. There's like a prestige thing within the community. If you get like a day 1 clear, you get a tag that goes with it online, and it's quite like a serious thing. Like if you play the game, it's a good thing to go for. So with all that, we kind of knew that we weren't going to get a day 1 unless we were lucky. But we gave it about 13 hours of the first 24 hours. We were nowhere near clear. We were stuck on encounter 2 of, like, we didn't even know there was 4. But
Jesus.
Stuck on encounter 2 of 4.
Sounds like a bad day to me. Bad Saturday.
It was a bad day. And not only did we have to replace the 3 guys, like the new 3 guys that we got dropped out like incrementally throughout, so we were trying to replace people mid-raid. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
It should have been fun. All the prep was there. It's probably the best prep I've ever done in terms of like hours and readiness with gear and equipment. So I felt a little bit shafted on that one.
Yeah.
But the raid's good.
The raid is JGP.
Good. They've got a lot of new mechanics. There's like it's kind of like the easy way to explain it for someone who doesn't play. The main mechanic in the new raid is like a daisy chain between guardians. So there'll be like confluxes that project light or like beams out of them. and you've got to like stand in an order of guardians, so it'll be like the conflicts will hit the first person and it will travel through the rest.
Yeah.
So if you have like a teammate who's like freaking out and jumping around and stuff, it'll mess it up and it'll fail the mechanic and it'll cause a lot of stress.
Is this at the same time as obviously enemies are...
Yeah, like you've got ads all
so
around
it's
you,
like
and you've got
that's
other
what makes it
things.
stressful.
This is like one of 4 things at the same time, and in essence, it's really simple. Like stand in a line. Like you don't even need all 6 people. Like 3 people.
Sometimes the simplest things.
Yeah, like stand in a line, and in the final encounter, to sort of proc the damage phase, you have like these 2 pillars. Like one's a light one, one's a dark one. So you have 3 on this side, 3 on the other side, and the amount of times that we wiped completing that encounter was astonishing, just through people not understanding, like stand in a straight line, don't jump around, like don't run to the other side. So it's really interesting.
Were you raging?
I was
Were you raging at people?
I was raging at people.
Oh really? Usually you try and
I was on mute.
possible,
I was on mute, screaming into my pillow, like to get out the anger. And one of the guys I was with, this is just random story from the raid, but he was like, "Come on, guys, like we're cool. No one's raging yet. No one's tilted." And there's me like on mute, screaming into the pillow. So I was.
You go off mute like, "Yeah, we're angry."
I said a few choice words when I came back, but no, like all in all, it's
like, come on, you fuckers.
just like I'm raging, I'm tilted. Like trust me, I'm losing it. Like this is not good for my brain. But like coming back to the actual content, it's pretty good. I'm happy with what they've done. The game is going in the right direction.
Are you happy you're a Destiny player and not an Anthem player?
I'm never going to change that opinion. I'm going to be happy with Destiny for a long time.
Do you remember when we used to talk about Anthem, thinking that it might be able to if they start well? Could they poach some players from that community?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember even earlier than that saying about the Division, that was going to be the Destiny killer. And
well, it looked like it was going to be.
Started well, actually.
It started really well.
Division, to be fair, Division 2 seems to have a good hardcore audience of players that people like the game, but it's not on the same level. It just doesn't have the same audience as Destiny.
Well, it doesn't. Like it's funny. I was looking into it the other day. Destiny is only second to COD.
Yeah.
For FPSs right now.
Wow. There you go. I mean, and you're always going to be behind COD, probably.
Yeah. So there's no shame in that. Like other things, and it's not even just like first-person shooters that are competitive like COD. It's games like Borderlands and stuff as well. It's ahead of everything in that genre except COD. So
so it's doing very well, and Perky likes it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have more updates in the future.
Yeah.
They'll be briefer.
Yeah.
They'll definitely.
This isn't the end of Shadowkeep for James.
No.
Perkins.
He's trapped.
It's the beginning. Like I put all those hours in. And it's the first step in like what they're doing. So
long way to go.
I'm excited to see what comes next. And it's a good start, but not great.
Yeah. Well, it's better than
it could have been bad, couldn't it? So
it's better than Anthem.
Not that that's.
I
think I can make a game better than Anthem.
Yeah, that's not a positive.